Good morning from Skagway, Alaska. Probably one of my favorite ports in Alaska. Might be one of my favorite ports anywhere. But it's supposed to be a nice day. It's a little overcast right now. It's supposed to go up to about 77 degrees, I think, and see some sunshine. And we've got some activities planned for today, so I want you to come along with us, of course. Right now, we're going to go get some breakfast, fill up our faces, and then we'll get the day started. So come on, let's see what we get into. This is a steep gangway. Maybe we need the tide to come in and raise it up a little bit. Alaska Shirt Company, and I found a magnet, but Laura won't let me have it. I don't know why she won't let me have it. I think she's trying to tell me something. Recommendation from a couple of YouTubers who shall remain nameless. We came looking for this place and they're closed. What a travesty. Maybe they'll be open later. We'll try them again. So if you're walking around Skagway and you get tired, there are plenty of places to plant one. Just plant it right there. Klondike Doughboy is open. Doughboy to be root raccoon. Doughboy acquired and nearly destroyed. But it's so freaking awesome. This is actually a tour that we booked through the ship. It does a city tour, which we pretty much did ourselves this morning. We've been walking around all day. And then takes the Klondike Highway up the mountain. So a little sightseeing, and then finishes up with the Days of '98 show. So we're set for that, and we're ready for you to come along with us. So let's go.
Right here is my magic conch shell. So when we're over at the Gold Rush Cemetery, there's a couple of trails that you could get lost on. Don't want people wandering off too far. So I'm gonna have this conch shell. When it's getting time to leave and head back to the bus, I will blow the shell here. Alright. Historic Gold Rush City. We were the gateway to the Klondike. So I know you've heard a lot of different Gold Rush history on your cruise so far. We were really the gateway. This was the beginning point of the Gold Rush for the Klondike. Now as we roll down Broadway here, first thing I want to point out is our visitor center right here. This is our red building. They have lots of information about the Gold Rush, and if you want to learn more than what I can tell you, they'll have the answers. If we all look over at our left-hand side, we're going to see the Red Onion Saloon, which was a brothel back in the Gold Rush days. Everyone look up in that top window, you'll see my mom up there working. Hey, Mom. Now, for those of you that don't know what a brothel is, that is where they make soup. They got good broth down there. We're going to drive past our train yard here. Now, we are at the end of town. This is the end of Skagway. Past here is basically just a few houses, scattered businesses, and it's just forest from here. The average rainfall of a place like Ketchikan is somewhere closer to 13 feet of rainfall every single year. So this road right here is our South Klondike Highway, guys. So this road will actually take you all the way up to Whitehorse. That's in the Yukon, the capital of the Yukon in Canada. And from the Whitehorse, you could actually take the Alcan Highway all the way back down to the lower 48 if you wanted. So from here, you could actually drive from the lower 48, any state you want, and drive all the way up through Canada and come back down to Skagway. So
So we're at the Denver Glacier. See it up there behind us? Very pretty. Still a hot day in Skagway, but we're having fun.
Yes, we are.
She doesn't speak
I'm
much.
writing all sorts of crazy stories about how you can just come up here on an easy, leisurely cruise and get fabulously rich overnight. This was sadly not the case. It was a brutal trail with lots of steep, rocky inclines and difficult terrain the entire way through. It was about 80 miles long, all the way up into Canada and to a lake called Lake Bennett. Lots of these people actually didn't make any money from the gold. They say only about 1,800 of them found gold in their river, and only a few hundred of them, couple hundred, became fabulously wealthy from the gold that they did find. Looks like they're waiting for us. All right, guys. We're
Friends, the all-important question which I propound to you, for which I earnestly seek the answer, is this: how are you fixed? For so cleanliness is next to godliness, but the feeling of a good crisp greenback in one's pocket is paradise itself. Say hallelujah!
Never forward, never bold, not too hot and not too cold, but the very thing I'm told that in your arms you'd like to hold. Ta-ra-ra-loo-yay, ta-ra-ra-loo-yay, 'cause you and Squirrel to Alice are going up, 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 upstairs. Yes, you and me, yes we, sir, are going up,
Soapy Smith did was buy melons from Seattle, and he'd bring them up here, and he'd sell old, bruised, nasty, sometimes even moldy, rotted melons for up to $25 a melon. It all depends on the melon, which back then was. So every spring they grow new growths on their branches, and they are very bright green, little lime green looking branches that grow right on the ends. These are the spruce tips. These are now just like the Denver Glacier. All these glaciers were named after somebody famous in Gold Rush history. Now, Harding Glacier is special because it was actually named after the ice princess herself, Tanya Harding. I'm only joking, by the way. Not really.
So we finished the Days of 98 show. Very cool show. Incredible talent. The performers had voices like amazing, but you've probably seen some video of that by now. So now we're finishing up our bus tour. We're at an overlooking Skagway, and I'll show you that in about. Well, here we are at the overlooking Skagway. But the view is so amazing. I just had to see the whole thing. Absolutely beautiful. And there is downtown and the cruise ship dock. Well, I don't know if you can hear me with the wind, but this is an amazing view. It's been an amazing day in Skagway. We're heading back to the ship, and we'll see you when we get on the ship. But first, I'll give you one more look at this overlook. So we're back in the cabin, sitting on the balcony. Just watched the Konnings Dam. Dam ship just left. Just got back from the show. It was Steve Height, who is an Alaskan singer, songwriter, humorist. Wouldn't call him a comedian because he's not a comedian, but he's just have a humor about the stories that he tells about the history of Alaska. And it was very nice. It was very good show. It was amazing because 6 years ago, when we were on a Carnival ship, we saw him perform as well. So it was fun to actually go up and talk to him and see his show again after 6 years. So that was very nice. So anyway, we're back in the cabin now. Just did the buffet for dinner, nothing fancy. Had a beverage or two, and probably gonna call it a night. As far as activities, we do still have sail away. As you can tell, we're still in Skagway. Probably will be for another hour or so. I'm not sure exactly when we're supposed to pull out, but we'll show you that sail away, and then we'll see you tomorrow in Glacier Bay. Bye bye.